Hey, hey, boss. Hey, how are you today? Had to take a minute there just to kind of be silent and in this virtual space. Because today, what I'm going to do is talk to you about your profits and your productivity too. We're going to have a work at home routines conversation. This actual conversation is inspired by today, day 6, as part of my Maintain Your Momentum week long telesummit. I led an intensive on just this conversation, working at home, balancing out, that work life balance that we're always talking about as entrepreneurial spirits. How do you work on getting things done, really being intentional with your day? They always say you can run your day or let your day run you, right? So, figuring out how to run your day with strategy and intention, being productive, profitable, all that good. That's what I talked about today as part of the Maintain Your Momentum series. Were you there? Were you live? Were you with us? If you missed it, feel free to go over to susansense.com/MYM so that you can get into the Maintain Your Momentum series now, because we've got another great day tomorrow. Like I said, it's a week long, so that you can participate in the live and also in the replay sessions. You can dig into those whenever you want to. Okay. But with that being said, let's dig into four fabulous C's. I actually walked through my work at home routine, right? Since my son was about 6 months old, I've been working at home. So, like almost 14 years now working at home, close to 20 years now working for myself. So, I went from side hustle to sister to full time work at home, stay at home mom. And especially during these times when a lot of people are either trying to navigate working at home and staying at home for the first time or get better at it, I figured this would be a good time to have that kind of conversation. So, here are a couple of recommendations that I have for you. I'm going to give you four of the 10 C's that I broke down when it comes to my routines, morning routines, day to day routines, meditation, clarity routines, client routines, content creation routines, all of those I talked about today. So, first is for me, PCS, clarity. I have what I call PCS, personal clarity sessions with myself. So, when it comes to setting clear, intentional work at home routines, I'm very, 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 very committed to in the morning answering the question, LaShonda, what the hell are you doing today? Okay. So having a clarity session, just so I can check in with me. Because again, you don't want your day to run you. You want to run your day, right? You want to know what you got to do. So a couple of things when it comes to answering the question, what do I have to do today? Number one, I think about what is on my schedule, what's on the calendar. So every month, every quarter, there are just certain things that I do consistently that I commit to. Just so happens that this time of year, for the last 4 years, I've done Maintain Your Momentum. It's like one of my brand series for this month, right? So that's on the calendar for me, just like Love on Your Business was on my brand calendar last month, and Spring into Action is on my brand calendar for next month. I have these different things. So I know, okay, well, what I need to do is based on what's on my quarter calendar, what's on my monthly calendar, and the weekly calendar too, right? So looking at that branded concept of, okay, this month I do Maintain Your Momentum. Well, how am I going to do it? Well, I've got this telesummit going on right now, right? So I've got this summit that's now. That is what's happening this week. Okay, so I'm on day 6. That's what's happening today. What am I going to do? My calendar and my schedule is a good place to start, right? So I start there. Plus, I combine that with thinking about what do I want to do? Because sometimes I have something on my schedule, something on my plate, and then life happens. I mean, right now, everything that's happening right now is a good indication of sometimes you just have to switch gears because there's something new that needs to take precedence. So every day for me is a combination of what's on my schedule, number one. Number two, thinking about what I personally want to do. And number three, one of the things I talked about in my training today was how I start every day from yesterday. So I start today with yesterday, meaning where did I leave off? what needs to happen based on what happened yesterday, what sold yesterday, who checked in with me yesterday, who bought yesterday. You kind of wake up in the morning and you grab your cell phone to check it, right? So I'm checking to see, what sold when I checked out, when I disconnected, who asked me a question, what clients I need to talk to, starting my day from there, right? The schedule, the calendar, what I want to do, and also what happened yesterday. So PCS personal clarity sessions, number one. Number two, what I'm going to give you 4 of the 10 C's I talked about as part of the Maintain Your Momentum series, okay? PCS is number 1 for clarity. We talked about C, clarity. Number 2, we talked about C, cash flow. So CFG, cash flow goals. Some of you want to make sustainable, consistent income, but you are not consistently selling every day. So I have clear cash flow goals. I know 3 things. Number 1, I take a look at what sold yesterday. Because remember, I said to you, my today starts with yesterday. What sold yesterday? Who bought yesterday? Who needs me based on that from yesterday, right? I look at that. Plus, I think about my revenue goals for today. How much do I want to make today? And when I set those revenue goals, obviously, I need to figure out what am I going to sell to hit those goals today. So my cash flow goals keep me consistently generating revenue because there's always something to do. I say to you, if you not selling, you ain't selling because you ain't selling. What that means is if you're not selling, proactively promoting, marketing, selling your content, you're not going to consistently, sustainably sell on a regular basis. You ain't selling because you ain't selling, right? And a big part of that, even though you guys know this, you've heard other people, myself included, say this, set your revenue goals every day. You don't do it. You don't set the goals and work towards them on a daily basis. That's a big part of my routine. So PCS, personal clarity sessions, number 1. CFG, cash flow goals, number 2, right? Number 2. Number 3, LTG. So what is LTG? Not the phone, LG, but LTG, your long-term goals. What are those? I love the quote, your success is dependent upon the small things that you do day in and day out. Your success is about where you want to be. So if you say, I'm asking you where you want to be a year from now, or at the end of this year, right? At the end of this year, imagine that woman or man, if you're a man watching me, that person. Who is that person? What do they look like? What have they accomplished? In order for you to become that person, you have to do some things every single day. It's kind of like, for me, entrepreneurship is like fitness, working on your body. Working on your body isn't, oh, I went to the gym today, I'm miraculously the size that I want to be, right? It takes time. It takes you something on a day by day, week by week basis for you to see results, right? So that means at the end of the day, when it comes to LTG, your long-term goals, you got to dig into big C. Number 3, consistency. What are some things that you are going to consistently do on a daily basis? What are some things that you commit to? I commit to doing these lives every day. I'm exhausted, okay? I had a lot to do today. There's a lot going on in the world, right? And outside of I had the professional things to do for clients. And I also had the Maintain Your Momentum training to do because I've been doing that every day for the last few days over at sizzlesuccess.com/MYM. Maintain your momentum, right? So I am committed to doing that every day. I'm committed to working on my DDIP daily implementation program for my mentees. I am committed to making sure that every day I am doing something in my business to generate sales. I'm selling something every day. What can you say? At least 3 things that you do consistently in your business. I had a clarity call with a client a few days ago, right? And she said, okay, here are some of the things I want to do that are new, LaShonda. And I said, wonderful, but I'm going to say something to you. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I got hurt your feelings. I said to her, you don't love your products. She said, ouch. And she knew what I meant before I even explained it, but I'm going to explain it to you. It's wonderful to create something new. I create new things too, But how committed are you to consistently promoting things that you've created? So I gave the R's in the training I did today. One of those R's was to repeat, repeat. And so maintain your momentum. Like I said, I do it every year, this time of year. It's something that I repeat. Her, let's talk about this product. When was the last time you sold that? Let's talk about this. When was the last time you did that again? Let's talk about that product. And every time I said, have you sold that? Have you talked about that? Have you promoted that? No, no, no. I said, you don't love your products. Because unless you can tell me that you consistently promote things for at least 30, 60, 90 days and more than that, you're going to get to where you be. Because the reality is success requires consistency. Where are you consistent in your business? Are you strictly consistent when it comes to content creation, but you suck at consistent marketing and promotion? Are you consistently consistent when it comes to bringing something in new, but you don't know how to discover new ways to creatively bring back something that you've already done before? There are a couple of R's that I talked about tonight, but one of them was R, repeat. How much do you love your products? Because some of you love them when you create them, you love them when you launch them, and then after the launch, after a couple of days or a week or two, you're like, time for something new. There's a reason there's a word called best sellers. You can't get best sellers if you don't sell your best consistently and proactively do things in your business on a day-to-day basis. So consistency was another one of those words that I talked about today when it comes to your LTG, your long-term goals, and where you got to be consistent here. Then CCG, your content creation goals. What kind of content are you creating in your business if you're working at home on either a day-to-day basis or a weekly basis? Just like I said, I commit myself to doing these lives, whether I am exhausted or not, come here and sharing some good with you. What do you commit to do? What kind of content are you creating? Whether it be social media content, whether it be content that you have so that you can sell that content, right? What are you creating consistently in your business? CCG, your content creation goals. I talked about some of the things that I do when it comes to content creation, and offered quite a words of encouragement. But my first goal here is that with every single C that I share, I want you to be able to do a few things. Number one, identify if you're doing these things. If so, how, right? We talked about 4 of the 10, right? We talked about clarity, cash flow, consistency, and content. How are you working on these things in your daily routine when it comes to productivity and profit? Number one. Number two, are you missing some of these things? AIMS, am I missing something? Number two. And then number three, the strategy, but implementation is still a struggle. So when it comes to content or consistency, you go, I get it, I need to do it, I just don't know how. And in those cases, I oftentimes will say, you can always call me. Go to callme.sistasense.com so you and I can talk about how to apply some of these processes and systems to what it is that you're trying to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, PCS clarity, personal clarity sessions, CFG cash flow goals, long-term goals through, and then see content creation goals. Clarity, cash flow, consistency, and content are 4 of the 10 things I talk to bring down my profit activity routines, morning routines, client routine, consistency routines, cash flow routine, and more. So if you want to explore the whole system, make sure that you go over to sistasense.com/MYM. You can get inside of Maintain Your Momentum and catch the reaps plus the live sessions that we've got coming up next. Alrighty, hopefully this is helpful to you. Drop into the comment box, let me know what you're going to do, and I'll be right back here with you for another session real soon. Course, as always, sharing is caring. So feel free to share this out or tag one of your business besties who would love to hear about some monetization, marketing, and sales strategies from yours truly. And outside of you accessing the Maintain Your Momentum series, just listening to it or engaging with us live, you can also become one of my business besties. There is an affiliate program over there so that you can share, maintain your momentum, and learn and earn, which essentially means that as an affiliate, if people sign up through you, you generate some revenue too outside of participating and just really getting exposed to all the good that myself and some of the amazing other speakers as part of the virtual series want to share with you. All the good that we want to give you to make sure that you are staying positive, prayerful, productive, and profitable too. That's what Maintain Your Momentum is all about. So that's it for today. Again, I would love to know which of any of these 4Cs outside of the 10 that I share in the full series were helpful to you, number one. And if there's something that you're doing as far as your day-to-day routines or morning routines that are really working for you, feel free to share that too. I always love to have good conversations and learn new things from you. So alrighty, that's for today, my dear. Till tomorrow, take care.